It's your health tips again, talking about the diabetes type 2. So briefly, we are going to enter into type 2 diabetes on how the pancreas function, and again, what happens in the pancreas when it's not functioning again, and how the diabetes type 2 occur. So in this video, I'm going to also be taking you some little process of what I sketch here. So now this one talks about mostly of how when you eat something, on how it's being absorbed and why is it not absorbing, how the body system refuses to take up insulin, and then is defect, and sometimes it's still there, non-defect, but it just being stubborn. So why would the body be stubborn to a system? Just like a stubborn people who will say, health tips is not my own. What do I have to do with health tips? I'm healthy. I'm not feeling any symptoms. This video is not for me. But mind you, you wouldn't know until you go to your doctor. You wouldn't know until you take note of the symptoms which you are feeling now. So, are you just healthy without any symptoms? Or you are feeling some symptoms? If it comes, you go. If it comes, you go. This is a signal which your body is telling you, please go to a doctor. Something is going wrong. You have to fix it, just like your car. The hair in the tire of your car will not just go down automatically. Even when a bigger nail, come across it, it will go down almost gently. Then you experience it in your study, and you will have to go down and check what is wrong with the legs of my car and fix it. If you don't fix it, can you drive it further? If you drive it further, meaning you damage it all in the engine. You start seeing some signal in your board. So these are how body also work. But so many of us are too stubborn. We refuse it, just like some cells in our body refuses to take this thing serious. At the end of the day, it leads to so many things and bring one to one spot. So that is not what I want for you, my people. And that is the reason I'm bringing this to you. I took time, draw it out, explain it so that you can understand. So let's go there. Here in this board, we are going to be starting with number 7. So here will come. I also sketch it out here, just like I always do. So insulin help glucose enter several types of cell. So especially insulin help the blood sugar to enter different types of cell. Then it comes again, especially like you that just don't want to watch this video to an end. So then you say here, muscle cell, use glucose for energy and store some as what? As glucogen. So now, you are feeling dizzy sometimes. It just comes sometimes. Like your eye just turned you. And you just feel dizzy. Sometimes you don't have the power. And you just, you drink water, it's okay. You move on again. And sometimes you get blindfold, some minutes and it went off. And some of these signals that you are getting, it is simply telling you, warning you seriously, that your muscles, is no longer working well. The sugar that is being, is in store is not releasing it out. All right, that is releasing it. And, the body is not taking it. So it's telling you, please, do something quick. There's what we call frühe erkennen in Dutch land. If you know it earlier, you can always take care of it earlier. It will not go to the worst stage. So yet, then, it is draw red or dark pink. Here, I mark it here. Then here, we go to another fat. So here, fat cell are deposits, store glucose as fat. Here is the one that is storing it as fat for you. So fat simply means can be energized. Yeah, you can move around, and fat, you know what fat does to the body. Sometimes if you become adipose, you know, is no longer good. That is excess weight. You know, I told you one thing about BMI. You know how to measure your height and calculate it also with your BMI measurement. But we'll take a video of that. I cannot bring that into here now. So this is, you know, I wrote it here, is being colored as yellow. Then here you have gray. You know, here liver cell, you know, hepatocytes is called hepatocytes. You know, store glucose as what? As glucogen. You know, and helps regulate the blood sugar. You know, in this liver, there's two things that this liver does. I mean, it's a container of two, just like it is here demarcated, but it is not here. We are not here. You see, it is here demarcated. It's like something that have two container. So these two container, there is a symbol for it. Anything you see in human system, there is always a symbol for it. And this symbol is what you have to take, I mean, seriously. You know, not something about, not small thing about your body. You may not be a doctor, you must not be a nurse, you must not be professional, you must not, but just know something about your body. This is what we are in here for. So now, then, it helps, you know, to regulate the blood sugar. Why do they say that liver helped to regulate blood sugar? Because it is a storehouse for insulin. I mean, what reduces too much sugar in your bloodstream. And it is also a storehouse, a second storehouse for here, I mean, glucagon, that, you know, store sugar. At the end of the day, he also releases it. Pardon me. He also releases it. Yeah, to regulate it. So it's like two functions that this liver is doing. You know, it's divided into two. He have two powers. So then here, I draw it like I told you, gray. So this regulation simply means there is something that tells him, oh, release this when it is time for this. You know, there is too much sugar. I give you sugar to hold. Pardon. Yeah, there is too much sugar. I give you sugar to hold. That is what insulin does. Then there is, low sugar. I mean, you have to release it. Another organ will say, you have to release this one to the blood because there's a low sugar, to make sure that the sugar come to normal level. So then we move to the pancreatic isthmus. The pancreatic isthmus, we talked about it also in one of our video. So now we draw it out again with a simple understanding, which you can understand as a layman, as someone who does not study medicine or not into health care. So now here I draw here this pancreas, which you always see. Anytime you see pancreas now, you will know. And I always tell you that it's lying in the stomach horizontally. The bigger side, which is the head side, is on your right hand side. And here in the middle is what the body, and here, here is the neck, and here is the body, and here is the tail. So you have 4 parts which he operates, which he has on his body. So here now, we can say here is what is the head, and here. So here is the head, and here is the neck, and here is the body, and here is the tail. So he have this four storehouse in his own self. So now here, as you can see, leading to the stomach, it has something here, you know, which I told you it is called a fast cell. You know, this something here that he has, what does it do? What is its function? So this is called gallbladder also. It's called gallbladder. So this gallbladder, you know, is for storage for what? For concentrate bites, you know, made by what? Liver. It releases when you eat, you know, fat, or during the time of what? Of digestive system. It helps to digest, to release the enzyme that breaks down all what you eat, carbohydrates, you know, and sugar in the body. You know, for the body to be able to absorb it well. For the soluble vitamins, and then it can arrange them out and process them out. You have vitamin A and vitamin D, vitamin E, and also K. You know, it processes them out and give them to the body functions where it is needed and where it is useful. And then, in this pancreas, you know, I told you pancreas is a factory that has lot of workers. I'm going to be letting you know some of the names of the workers that he has, it has employed, and that, you know, the work some of them does. You know, security, is what's it called? This hormone system, digestive hormone system, that's the security, and that's the strong agent that come sometimes to attack these people, that can sack them and say, I sack you today. And anytime he sack one of those people, there's always a danger. And that is why it is not good for them to be sacked at all. But sometimes just recognize them wrongly. Like probably some people may recognize this video is positive. Let me not use the other one. So then, at the end of the day, these are the worker. Here, he have alpha cell, then he have beta cell, he have delta cell, he have epsilon cell, he also have this PP cell. So, these are some of the workers in the pancreas. You know, when you have a company have different aptilon, different session and different station. It's called in German aptilon. So I'm trying to use English as I can, you know. So pardon me if my English is not certifiable to you. German have taken the English. You can't speak better English and better German at the same time. So now, you know, these are the worker of this company, which is called pancreatic, you know, Islam, where the whole system work here. Here is here is how it look like. So we're still referring to this picture here. You see, here is alpha cell. You know, we talked about it in our last video, and here now. So all these things that are here. So now, what is the job of the alpha cell? You know, alpha cell is what, you know, gives sugar to the blood when the blood sugar is going down. It's going down. It's going down. You did not eat sugar, or rather you have a shortage of sugar, or rather. So don't be afraid if you did not eat sugar for so many times. This is your alpha cell as a worker. That is his job, you know. If you don't give him duty, it will not work. He has to work. And if he's not working, there is a problem. So he have to, you know, releases this sugar into the system for the system to, for the blood sugar in the system, for it to balance well, for it to be kampe for you. So then we come to beta cell. You know, beta cell, we have always been mentioning it in our video. If today is your first time watching this video, then probably it is new to you. So the beta cell is the insulin producing cell. I mean, among the workers in pancreas, the insulin is the oga patapata that regulate everything that you eat in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, in the night, within the meal, and all the time you eat sweet things, you drink sweet things. It is insulin that does these things, you know, and, you know, take the signal completely and, you know, releases those insulin into the bloodstream here. It releases it into the bloodstream where here this is a blood vessel, and it pursue them out, you know, and pursue them to the different places here where you have it, pursue it to the liver, pursue liver here, pursue to the muscles, pursue to the adipose tissue. So then it brings them out and it normalizes everything. You become normal. You may notice it sometimes. After eating, after a little time, you become very dizzy and tired. Oh, you are feeling to relax. Some people fall asleep when they have nothing to do. Some people just rest when they have nothing to do. But that is not the best time to rest. You are giving your body so much problem. I know that you can also burn fat. It's fat that you can burn when you are sleeping. I'm not saying digesting. Digesting is different from fat, you know. Some people will think some of our video, we said, I mean, when you are also sleeping, you are burning fat. It is true, but it is not digesting. And that is why some of you, you know, when you wake up, you start begging. You know, sometimes the food want to come out again. And sometimes your stomach is sour, you know, you are begging, sour smell and all of this. These are the causes because you just fell asleep. And this time is not supposed to be the time you will eat. You will feed the body. You feed the body because it is necessary. So let's go there. At the time you want to relax, you can drink something, but drink it, I mean, let it also, let the, the needle also do its job before you go to sleep. So, you know, living a healthy life, just as there are principles of guiding your company, guiding your money, not making all these fraudsters devour your money, it is the same way you have to guide this your body for you to live a healthy life. So now, we have explained to you the beta cell. Now, delta cell. So the delta cell, what is the function of the delta cell? The delta cell, it make hormone, you know, hormone. It act like, I mean, a traffic in the controlling system. This hormone act like a traffic in the controlling system. And hormone, you know, you need hormone. I mean, in the same beta cell, you need hormone. In the alpha cell, you need hormone. In your body, you need hormone. Some of you know what is hormone. So it acts what as a traffic in the delta cell. But the major two cells, don't forget, is the alpha cell and the insulin, the beta cell, the insulin producing cell. Then you have again this epsilon cell. So this epsilon cell, what does it do to the body? You know, hunger hormone. This is what tells the body, it is time for you to put in something again. Like your fuel tank, your fuel is dried, it cannot move again. And this hormone will tell you, this one, we need food, though. We need something, though. And your body needs food. And you begin to get the signal of eating and eating and eating. At the end of the day, you eat, and eat and eat and eat well. So, to your stupor. Some people eat to stupor. So, some people eat normal. It is good to always eat normal. You know, wash your portion. You have to also look good. Even when you dress, you have to look good. So, then we come again, to the other one that is called this PP cell. So, what is PP cell? PP cell produce an hormone, as in hormone called the pancreas polypeptide. It's called polypeptide or polypeptide. So as you may know it to be, then it helps to control digestive. So this hormone help to control digestive. This is a polypeptide. So yeah, polypeptide. So it helps to control what? The digestive system. And this is what this PP cell does. So you see all these workers, they have a better function. And this too that is up is the oga patapata in this cell. And this is what you have to know. But anything you need to know concerning this system, the pancreas and the insulin producing system, mostly is these two cells. I mean, most especially the insulin producing cell, which is beta cell, and also the alpha, which is what? The one for giving. I mean, this alpha, again, I will let you know, is the one that is telling the liver, I mean, give sugar, give like numbers of this also sugar. So this liver does not work on its own, because if this alpha do not tell this this liver to release this insulin, it will not release. It have no right to do it. Is the manager. Is the manager, like you have the manager of the company, probably you are the MD, you know, what you say is final, and this is what it does. It doesn't have sales on its own. Liver doesn't have sales on its own. And what? It does what was said to him. So we have also here duty cell. So, but yeah, that one is not so much relevant, probably in another video. So here then, we come to this place. Here is also the ogbonge one. You know, here is where you eat. You eat from here. And when you eat through your mouth to your stomach, you know, and sometimes, you know, when you don't eat, for example, no, when you eat, if you eat, here is the high blood sugar. It come here in the blood vessels are here. So the thing go high. And here is where you don't eat, which is called, you can call this alpha cell, and you can call this delta cell. I mean, pardon, yeah, delta and alpha. So, which and alpha is responsible for here when your blood sugar is low, more than unnecessary, and here is insulin. Here, where the blood sugar is excess in your bloodstream. So, and that is why I call here, I mean, alpha, and here beta cell, beta cell, and here alpha cell. So where liver comes in to release sugar to the system. And all these things is still being controlled by here, the pancreas, which is the main company of the producing system. So now you come from here, here we say glucagon. That's where you see here glucagon released by pancreas. By here it comes to liver. That's why it's on the liver side. And here of this side you see insulin released by what? By, I mean, we just say insulin released by pancreas. So it is still the pancreas that's the oga, the chairman, the owner of the company himself. It is still the pancreas. So now this side of it simplify when blood sugar in your system is low. This side simplify when blood sugar in your system is high. So now let's look again to the third part. Here is the liver. You know, release glucose into the blood. The liver again is releasing. If here this alpha cell did not tell the liver to release blood sugar into the blood vessel, the blood vessels here, it will not do it, because it is not its job to do it. It's just a storehouse, just like you have a warehouse, people who deal on stock. So then here you have here the insulin, which come also from the pancreas, you know, come down to the body system. It said the body cell absorb the glucose from the blood. So here is where the body cell absorb the glucose from the blood. And here you see what I draw here, you know, this 6 dot. here is where the pancreas releases, the insulin into the blood system to pursue all the excess blood sugar. So here is how sometimes the normal blood glucose level functions. So what is the normal blood glucose measurement? Though we are going to be taking it in another video, it is from 70 to 99, when you measure your blood sugar. So it is good sometimes you control it and measure your blood sugar level. So then again, you come here, it is normalized 70 to 99, in your blood system. Then here again, Islam, you call this Ehlers-Danlos in a healthy pancreas. You see here, B, this is B cell, and this is the normal blood glucose from 70 to 99, mg and dl. So what is this mg and ds? Is the milligram that is in the blood system. So now, here we are not going here today because it is a long story. It is a long lectures. Then again, we go further to here. This is how this is the healthy pancreas. The way it works. You see this green here. All of them is still very, very good and they are functioning well. So the pre-diabetes start from 100 mg stroke dl. So that is 5 mmol. Liter in the blood liter. So that is not our teaching for today. So then this is, you see how all of them looks like. It function well. It means it's functioning well. So here the diabetes mellitus type 1. And here you see that it's no longer working. It's no longer functioning. Here you see, here is defect. It's supposed to be drawn as black. It means that the beta cell has been destroyed. It has been attacked by this homodigestive agent that travel through the pancreas and wrongly identify this beta cell that produces insulin as a wrong cell. So it destroys it here, and then unfortunately the diabetes type 1, it does not have a healing process. It can be managed, but it cannot be healed. And that is where you measure type 1 diabetes, because here there is nothing here again. It's not functioning. It's not like the type 2 diabetes. So now you know how these two functions and you know how it looks like. Here up again is the pancreas. Is the Oga Patapata, the head of it all. Then here you go to diabetes type 2, the insulin resistance. You see here, this is the fat muscle cell. And here is the big house also for the fat muscle cell. Then insulin transport, the insulin transporter. So here is where the insulin transport everything, just as I told you here, in the muscle, in the adipose tissue, and also the liver. So here, the body begin to, is no longer, attending to the response of these people. It's adamant. It don't want to do anything again. So here, you see it, the insulin. Here, I wrote defect in what? In signaling to what? To glutathione. So it has defect. The cell are defect. It does no longer work. Here is insulin. Here is glucose. This one that I draw like a triangle is the insulin. This one that I draw like a circular something is what is the glucose. So here you come here under the GLUT4 as the glucose the transporter. As it's still functioning, but the body cell is not responding. Then the diminished glucose, uptaking is no longer responding. This house here is no longer responding to the system. Then here, I also draw here, this is pancreas again, the pancreatic islet. I mean, where islets, where you walk normally. Here's the pancreas again. The muscle fiber, muscle fiber, and here is another one, the beta cell and the secrete insulin. This, it moves from the tail, to this to the beta cell, and from the beta cell it come to this secrete insulin, and from the secrete insulin, you see it here, I wrote insulin here, the green. This green are insulin functions, and it move here and move to the blood vessels. And when the body is not responding, despite that it's still working, it's still functioning, but no response from this house, at the end of the day, it's likely defect. Then it has no, then we call it diabetes type 2. Then here again, it's like the forefront. I draw apple here and I draw banana here. So this apple and banana that I draw here, it simply give you the sign that when you eat, anything you eat, food that you eat, it will be converted into what? Into glucose. And all the sweet things that you eat, it will be converted into glucose. Here I said, cell do respond to what? To insulin. This is another type of normal. Probably when you are not regulating the type 2 blood sugar system, it can be healed, just as I told you. You can cure type 2 diabetes if you are eating healthy, like those fruits that I told you in our last video. We are also going to be taking the part which I have to teach you what to do and how to heal diabetes type 2 completely. So when you eat apple, when you eat fruit, anything you eat, it is converted into glucose. Then diabetes type 2, then the body system is no longer responding. The insulin resistant, tissues here is resisting, and here, as it comes from here to this place, the pancreas produces little insulin, because here is not what is not, he has worked too hard, and he said he's giving up, he's tired, he have to give up, and probably the digestive have what destroy the beta cell or something else happen. And then from here you see so to the bloodstream, and here is the blood vessel. You see the white one here is the sugar, the one I draw white, and the other one, the the triangular, is what? The insulin. He said the glucose in the insulin. That was why I draw it here. I took my time to explain this thing very well to you. Then at the end of the day, you come here up. So here is the defect part. So what do you do to normalize these things? And I will tell you again. So the normal diabetes measurement, as I told you, it is from 70 to 99. And when you are pre-diabetes, if you measure your blood sugar, it is from 100 to 25. And when you are diabetic, it is from from 100 to 125. It is from 125 to 126 up. Then you know that you are already diabetic. So how do you do these things? I don't have the machine here. I would have brought it to this video. Maybe next time I will show you on how to measure it. You just pips yourself, and at the end of the day, you bring out the blood and use the test machine, the test stripe is what we call it, and test it. You see, it read sometimes if it's within 70 to 99, then you don't have a blood sugar problem. But if it's within 100 to 125, you know that you are pre-diabetes. You have to do something about it. Sometimes you may take it fast blood sugar test. That is nutrient is what we call it, when you have not eaten at all. Then whatever it says at this time, that tells you after eating for taking a break for 8 hours, it's from 8 hours upwards, then you test this. And when you test it, it is from 70, as I said, to 99. No, you have no sugar. But when it is from 100 to 125, you are pre-diabetes. Run to your doctor. Suspend everything that you are doing and run to your doctor and make sure that you are eating healthy, to make sure that you prevent it as much as possible, so that you not have diabetes and also have these things that is going along with it, also this sickness. Then the diabetes is from 125 upwards. So when you measure it at this time, which we call neutral, neutral, I mean when you have not eaten in the morning, when you sleep, after 8 hours, you've not eaten, and you measure it, it's from 126 upward, then you already have the disease called diabetes type 2. It can be type 1, it can be type 2, but you have to go to the lab to make sure that the things are being carried out. So when you see that, whenever we write the numbers of this diabetes, from 70 or from how many numbers, and at the end of the day, you think we'll write mg, and dl, what a stroke dl. What does that tell you? It is the milligram. The milligram, that is that mg, it is the milligram. Then we call it milligram per deciliter of Dutch. So the DE mean the deciliter is called deciliter. One of the 1/10 of the blood sugar in your system, in the blood system. So then these are some of the language that we speak and some of the abbreviation that you see in this system. So many times we would like to be taking more of these lectures so that you will understand it better. So we have taken the healthy one, we have taken how one can be diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, and how one can be diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. So these are some of our videos. When you have any question, please just write it on our comment section and you will be blessed. I will answer all your questions as it comes. I read all comments. If you have time to write, I will have time to answer you. And if you want us to make other videos concerning this diabetes, please let us know. I will do that almost immediately. So then again, I will urge you and I will beg you, please visit your doctor. Visit your doctor. Visit your doctor. I say so many times. Make sure you do checkup. You can do it once a month, twice a month, or anyhow you feel to do it. But don't just go through the quarter of the year without visiting a doctor. Even if you are healthy, all these small symptoms that you're having, write them down. Make sure you take it to the specialists, to the doctors, and ask them, why am I having this? They will take your blood system, test it, and know what you're having. And you can really deal with it almost immediately, not when it becomes worse. So please visit your doctor today, no matter symptoms that you're having that is abnormal in your body system, to human system, then take it to doctor so that you know what is your problem. As your health tipper, I will always be here to answer you and to do more video of this kind. So please subscribe to all our channel and this channel so that you see our video when it comes. If you like it, if you doesn't even like it too much, probably some other people needs it, you can also help to like and share, and you'll be blessed. So have a good time and have a nice time, and I wish you a better journey of your healthy life. I wish you all the best. Ciao, ciao.